Okay, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you all for participating in our Eitaikyo service this morning. So the Eitaikyo, as Angie mentioned, Eitaikyo is the service in which we acknowledge the many in the past, from whom the Sutra and the Dharma, the Buddha's teaching, come down to us, and the many in the future to whom we will pass on to. So it is a moment for us to reconsider all the interconnections that brought us here today. And without these interconnections, we will not be able to receive the Dharma, the Buddha's teachings. So the other day, I saw again, after a long time, a Japanese animated movie, which is called Spirited Away, by the Studio Ghibli. So in Japanese, it's Sento Chihiro no Kamikaze. And I believe most of you saw this, but for those who have not yet seen this movie, I would like to briefly talk about the movie. So the story is about a 10-year-old girl named Chihiro, who was on her way with her family to a new home, to a new town. And on their way, they encountered a tunnel. And curious, they stopped the car and they started to walk into the tunnel. The tunnel was deep and very dark, and Chihiro kept asking her parents to, go back. I want to go back. But they kept going into, the deep and dark tunnel. And on the other side of that tunnel was a fairyland. And there was a town with a great bathhouse, and many shops and restaurants. Is that an emergency or something?
It's an error.
Oh, I see. So yes. So there was a town with a great bathhouse, and shops and restaurants. And the parents, Chihiro's parents, broke a rule by helping themselves to the food in the shops, in the restaurants. And so the witch Yubaba, who ran the bathhouse, turned them into pigs. And to pay for them to be released, Chiharu started to work at that bathhouse. And Yubaba, the witch, took people's name away to control them. So Yubaba took Chihiro's real name away, and gave her a nickname, which was Sen. There, every day, all sorts of gods and spirits came to cleanse themselves in that bath. So Sen and the other workers, they had to do whatever they were told without complaining. Sen was unable to hide her shock at the various gods and spirits at first, but became used to them and used to her life working in that bathhouse. And as Chihiro got used to the work, she gradually forgot who she really was and why she was working at the bathhouse. She was now only Sen, not Chihiro, and also had forgotten that she originally went to work at the bathhouse to rescue her parents. And what caused Sen to remember that she was Chihiro, her name was Chihiro, and the purpose of her being in the bathhouse was Haku. And Haku was one of Yubaba's close associates. And Haku had also forgot his real name and was struggling to find it. And Haku warned Sen, if she completely forgets her name, Chihiro, that she will not be able to either rescue her parents or to go back to the real world. And keeping his words in mind, Sen kept on working hard and went through a lot of troubles. And through these experiences, she realized who Haku was and why he tried to help her. Sen remembered how she fell into a stream in the past and was saved by the spirit of the stream. And Haku was that stream, was the spirit. When Sen remembered her past, she got her real name back and was able to rescue her parents and go back to the real world. So in this movie, there are many lessons to learn, but the one that I want to stress today is how you can lose yourself when you forget your past. So this movie reminded me of when I was cleaning my room in Japan before I came to America to serve as a minister of Ekoji. So I was throwing out a bunch of old stuff because I didn't need it. But I found an old a souvenir dollar bill from Disneyland. And I actually didn't know why I had it, but it was in this box I always kept. And however, and I didn't know why I had it. However, when I was looking at our photo album, I noticed that my parents had taken me to Disneyland when I was like 2 or 3. I didn't remember going to Disneyland, but I had kept that souvenir dollar bill all these years. So somewhere in my mind, I had this memory of going to Disneyland with my parents. The past is always with us, even when we are not conscious of it. And after all, even I had tough, rough times with my parents, the ups and downs with my parents. They are important to me, and this one bill made it clear. So the Disneyland souvenir dollar bill is just a piece of paper. It's just a piece of paper. However, behind this one piece of paper, there is this interconnection that I have with my parents that made me who I am now, who I am today. So to me, the dollar bill that I kept for many years was not just a piece of paper. It was a way for me to revisit my past and to see the interconnections. And I think this is it is true of the Dharma, the Buddhist teachings. So we can find the Dharma, this Buddha teachings, like interconnections in our everyday life, to everything, to everyone. But we must learn from it. As we pass the Dharma on to the next generation, the various thoughts of those in the past who gave them to us are within it. So we should take the Dharma, the Buddha's teachings, and also this experience through our services, not just as our experience or as words, but also as the feelings and all the struggles and the lives behind it. So we must think of all those who brought this temple, this wonderful temple, and the Dharma to us to live. And understanding this is actually the purpose of Eitaito service this morning. Please join me in Gasho. By reciting the Nembutsu Namo Amida Butsu, we are always reminded what makes our individual life even more meaningful. And we are always reminded the Dharma in times of need. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.